Welcome to the session. So today I am here to explain the concept of spanning trees and how to find out minimal spanning tree. So in the earlier session we have discussed about different kinds of traversal techniques in the graph, that is breadth first search and depth first search. So first we go for spanning tree. What is a spanning tree? So before going to start about the spanning tree, first let us recall what is the definition of a graph. What is the definition of the graph? So the graph can be declared or can be defined mathematically is G is equal to V comma E. So the V refers to set of vertices, E refers to set of edges. V refers to set of vertices, E refers to set of edges. So the graph can be defined as the combination of vertices and edges is nothing but a graph. Is nothing but a graph. Here one rule is there. Say the V set may consist of n number of entries, means that a graph consists of n number of vertices. So to connect n vertices, n minus 1 edges are enough. To connect n vertices, n minus 1 edges are enough. The same concept you can say in another way. A graph is said to be a connected graph with n number of vertices. N minus 1, minimum n minus 1 edges are needed to connect the graph. Say for example, this is a graph, say 1, say 2, 3. So how many edges are required to connect 3 vertices is 2 edges. Similarly here also, A, B, C, D means totally 4 vertices are there. So 4 vertices means 3 edges are enough. 3 edges are enough. So 1, 2, 3, 3 edges. 1, 2, 3, 3 edges. Means here we are identifying what are the different kind of combinations. Okay, what are the different kind of combinations to form a spanning tree. And tree is nothing but no cycles. Graph may consist, may not consist the cycles, but a tree doesn't consist any cycles. Cycles is nothing but starting node, ending node, both are maybe same. Both are maybe same. So, a spanning tree can be defined as a graph given Z. So, in the graph, all the vertices are connecting with minimum number of edges. The resultant one is called as spanning tree. Spanning tree. Only the condition, no cycles. Only the condition is no cycles. So this is an example. In the given graph, 4 different vertices are there. 4 different vertices are there. So this is a one vertex, one vertex, one vertex, one vertex. So totally vertices count is 4. Edges. So this is a one edge. This is a one edge, this is a one edge, this is a one edge. 4 edges, this is a one edge, this is a one edge. Totally 6 edges. 6 edges are there. So we have 6 edges, but to connect these 4 vertices, 3 edges are enough. So from the 6 edges, we want to select 3 different edges. We want to select 3 different edges. How many different combinations you may get is the problem here. So this is a one spanning tree. This is a spanning tree. This is another 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 one. 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 So try to observe in each and every one we are selecting 3 edges only. Out of 6 edges, we are selecting only 3 edges. Only 3 edges. Okay, so how to get this? How to get this? Or what is the logic behind this? So how many options you may get? 9 options. 9 options. So what is the formula for this? So very simple formula also you can design for this by using property. So all the vertices are connecting with minimum edges is nothing but a spanning tree. So here we have made only edge selection. So in the next one, minimal spanning tree. What is the difference is minimum. What is minimum? So spanning tree means there you are choose a unweighted graph. Unweighted graph means in the graph each and every edge not associated with any weight. Okay, so this is a undirected, unweighted graph. Okay, so minimal spanning tree means for weighted graphs. So here the same graph, but here each and every vertex is associated with some edge cast. So when we are assuming that each and every edge having certain weight, so there the calculation is, so again we are getting all combinations, but what is the minimum distance? What is the minimum distance? When we are getting minimum distance, when we are choosing minimum weights. When we are choosing minimum weights, automatically we are getting minimum distance. So here we have mentioned the minimum cost. So here 3 plus 7, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. So here we are getting 4 plus 3 plus 2, 9. 9 is the cost. 15 is the cost. 10 is the cost. 14, 15, 14, 11, 11. So what is the minimum cost spanning tree? So in the previous problem, all are the possible solutions. Sometimes they are asking this kind of question. Draw the spanning trees or set of spanning trees or possible spanning trees for the given graph. So we need to draw each and every spanning tree. How many possible spanning trees you have to find out initially. Then we have to draw each and every spanning tree. So the other kind of problem is find out the minimal spanning tree. In the minimal spanning tree case is only one. So this is our answer. Why? Because by comparatively all the casts, so the minimum cast is 9. So this is required. This is called minimum spanning tree. So in the definition also, the minimum spanning tree is defined as connect with the minimum cost edges to connect all the vertices. The kind of product is called as minimum spanning tree. But note, no cycles are formed. N minus 1 edges only consider. A graph having n number of vertices, n minus 1 edges only consider. So this is about minimal spanning tree. So what are the applications of minimal spanning tree? So here few applications are matched with graph real-time applications. I already told in the previous session, so in the airlines or in the railways, each and every city assumed as a vertex, and one city to another city we are measuring with the distance. So the distance is considered as weight according to our technical term. So all the maps are converted into graphs. So we need to find out what is the shortest distance from one vertex to other vertex, or one source to other destination. These are all our applications of graphs only. So similar way, So a minimal spanning tree, MST is nothing but minimal spanning tree. So in the minimal spanning tree, widely used for designing the networks. Networks is nothing but we are connecting a set of computers in a network. It is a one application. Okay. So for instance, people separated by varying distances. Varying distances. So here one system is there, there one system is there, there one system is there. So what is the shortest path you are using to connect all these things? You know, you are saving some kind of equipment and some kind of data transmission rate also. Some kind of time saving also. So this to be connected together through telephone networks. I think landline networks are there. So how to connect all the ports with the shortest distance? We can measure. And a minimal spanning tree used to determine the least cost paths with the no cycles in the network. Okay? Thereby providing a connection has the minimum cost involved. So this is the objective. Optimal utilization. And second thing, MSTs are used to find the airline routes also. In the airline traffic way also, when we are obtaining the minimum distance, we are saving the fuel and we are saving a lot of time of passengers as well as other people also. So, while the vertices in the graph denotes the cities and edges are represents the routes between the cities, what I told previously. So, no doubt more than the distance in between the cities, higher will be their amount charged. So therefore, MSTs are used to optimize the airline routes, finding the least cost with no cycles. With no cycles. And similarly, MSTs are also used to find the cheapest way to connect the terminals such as cities, electronic components, computers via roads, and the airlines, railways, wires, telephone lines. While connecting the computers, or by making a road path in between the cities, or by making a railway path. So in each and every case, we are considering minimal spanning tree algorithms. And MSTs are also applied in the routing algorithms. Generally, in the computer network subject, you may get routing algorithms. How to send the packet from one network to another network with the help of router. So the router having a mechanism to identify what is the shortest distance from one port to another port. So these are all of the applications of minimal spanning trees. So here to find out minimal spanning tree, we have two approaches. One is Prim's algorithm, another one is Krishkal's algorithm. To find out the minimal spanning tree, we have two different kinds of approaches. One is Prim's algorithm, another one is Krishkal's algorithm. So in the Prim's algorithm is a one kind of greedy algorithm. Generally, what is the greedy algorithm means? We have forming n number of feasible sets. So the n number of feasible sets should be satisfies the internal conditions and external conditions also, but thereby one feasible set give the optimal solution. So that is called greedy approach. That is called greedy approach. So here also we are forming. In the previous one also we are calculating the distance for each and every set of spanning tree. Thereby we are getting only one minimum distance. So that is the objective solution. That is an optimal solution. Remaining all are the feasible solutions. Okay. So that is used to form a minimal spanning tree for a connected, weighted, undirected graph. This is very much important. Connected, weighted, undirected graph. So minimal spanning tree only applicable for weights. So that's why it should be given weighted graph. Okay. And in other words, the algorithm builds tree that's including every vertex and every subset of edges such a way that the total weights of all the edges of the tree should be minimized. Means we are making the distances in a edges format or in a matrix format. So we need to identify at the end all are the minimum distances between the edges. Right? So while calculating or while we are applying Prim's algorithm, we need to identify the three different kinds of vertices. Three vertices. Vertices that are part of the minimum spanning tree. Means here one case is, this is a graph. The minimum spanning tree is also a subgraph. Why? Because all the vertices are here also same. But here it represents n number of edges, but here it represents some x of edges. The x is a subset of n. That's why it is a subgraph. So here, three vertices is nothing but vertices that are part of the minimum spanning tree T. Minimum spanning tree T. And fringe vertices. Vertices that are currently not a part of T, but are adjacent to some of three vertices. Adjacent to some of three vertices. Unseen vertices. Vertices that are neither tree vertices nor fringe vertices fall under this category. Fall under this category. Right? So once you see the problem, you can understand what are the tree vertices, what are the fringe vertices, what are the unseen vertices also. So this is a problem. So this is a problem they are given. So in this problem we want to find out minimum spanning tree and what is the minimum cost. So what is an output is, first they are given some graph. They are given some graph. So first we are looking manually, later I am explaining what is the algorithm. What is the algorithm we are applying for this. Okay. So here totally 5 different vertices are there. So they are given some graph and they have to given starting point of the graph also. Not graph. So for calculating the minimum spanning tree, they want to enter what is the starting vertex. Means where we want to start. That is very much required. So in the given example, they are given starting vertex. Starting vertex is A. Starting vertex is A. So here A is the tree vertex. A is the tree vertex. Based on the previous explanation, A is the tree vertex. Why? Because it is a part of spanning tree. Right. So what are the adjacent vertices of A? Means B and C. B and C. So A to B, what is the distance? 7. A to C, what is the distance? 3. So these are the distances are associated with A. So B and C are called as fringe vertices. B and C are called as fringe vertices. And the remaining one means D and E are called as unseen vertices. Okay, so here what is the shortest distance? What is the shortest distance? Is C. So here we are identifying 2 fringe vertices. The fringe vertices are mentioned with dotted lines. Okay, so by observing these 2, 3 and 7, what is the shortest distance? 3. So this is tree vertex. This is the tree vertex. Means we are considering only this part. This is not a part of this. Why? Because it's a dotted line. Dotted line means partial. Why we are drawing partial line also? To identify the minimum cost edges. So here clearly you can identify 3, 7. What is the shortest? 3. So we are mentioning this thing. Next, again we have to do the same thing. Identify the fringe vertices. So what are the vertices here? So 7 already is there. 4 is there. This is addition to C is also considered. And 10 is also there. So by considering these 3, what is the minimum one? 4. So we are selecting 4. as a minimum edge. So what are the fringe vertices here? B and D. After that, B becomes a tree vertex, D is a fringe vertex, E is an unseen vertex. E is an unseen vertex. Repeat do the same thing. Again, this is a one fringe vertex, this is a one fringe vertex. So what are the distances here? 10, 9, 11. What is the minimum distance? 9. So we are selecting 9. So later, this is only one fringe vertex. These 4 are the tree vertices. No other unseen vertices. Unseen vertices are empty, pi, null set. Right. So later, only one vertex is there. That is the only considered as shortest one, minimum one, to reach E. Our objective is to visit all the vertices. So this is the only edge is possible to visit E. Right. So what is the total cost? Okay. So total cost is 3 plus 4 plus 9 plus 11. So 27 is the shortest distance to start from A to E. To start from A to E. This is minimal spanning tree. Initially we are starting one starting vertex. Later we are identifying the adjacency, nothing but fringe vertices. So in the fringe vertices we are calculating the minimum cost edge. So once we are identifying the minimum cost edge, that one is considered as tree vertex, the remaining all are the fringe vertices. Suppose here only one condition, we are identifying one fringe vertex, means minimum cost edge. Suppose that will be considered as a T vertex. By considering this edge, we are making a cycle, that one is not considered. Why? Because it is a tree. Okay, so when we are selecting an edge, with that edge, no cycle is formed. Then only we are considering this edge. Suppose if the cycle is formed, we are going for second minimum. Okay, that is the case. One more example also I am given. So this is a problem. Again we are starting with C. Prim's algorithm is very important. That's why I am giving one more example. So these are the vertices. So here how many vertices are there? 7 vertices are there. So to connect 7 vertices, 6 edges are enough. So our objective is to calculate this minimum 6 edges to connect all these vertices. That is our objective. So here also they have to enter starting vertex. So they are entering the starting vertex is, say for A. Okay, A. So this is A. So first we need to calculate the fringe vertices. So A to B we are traveling, A to D also we are traveling. A to B also traveling, A to D also traveling. Right. What is the minimum cost edge here? So 4. So this will be identified as dark line. Later, what are the fringe vertices? So B, so D to E, F you can go, D to E also you can go. So these are all are the fringe vertices. So 6, 8, 14, 5. What is the minimum distance? 5. So that's why this one is considered. This one is considered. Later, so this one is fringe vertex, this one is a fringe. So 6, 8, 14, 7, 10. Automatically 6 is the minimum. 6 is the minimum. So that's why we are identifying that 6. We want to travel 6. Next. Again we are calculating the fringe vertices. So 7, 6, 8, 14, something. So again the next minimum is 6. Okay, that's why we are choosing 6. That's why we are choosing 6. Okay, so here. Next, again we are calculating. Here distance is 7. Okay, here the distance is also 7. So either you can choose this one or you can choose this one. But when we are choosing this one, one cycle is formed. try to observe. So A to D, A to B, B to E, E to F, F to D, D to A. So we want to avoid the cycles. That's why I am considering. This is not one. This is not considered. Okay. So we are considering the next upcoming edge is C. This is 4. And at last we are considering this 8. So this is the way we are identifying that what is the minimum cost edge. Here only one point you have to remember. Once the fringe vertex is converted into tree vertex, there also you can find the adjacency. What are the adjacent vertices to reach with the edge? Also we need to identify. That is very much important. And what is the shortest distance? Or what is the cost? So 4, 5, 6, 6, 4, 8. So 3, 3. 6 edges only we are selecting. So what is the minimum cost? 9 plus 6, 15, 15 plus 6, 21, 21, 4, 25, 33 is the minimum distance. So in the majority of the cases, they are given a graph and find out the minimal spanning tree for the given graph. Or otherwise, they are given what is the algorithm to calculate the minimal spanning tree. What is the Prim's algorithm? So the first step is choose the starting vertex A. Choose the starting vertex A. Means in both the examples A is the starting vertex. That's why I am written as A is the starting vertex. So initially for the given graph, identify what is the starting vertex. After that, add the fringe vertices that are adjacent to A. From starting vertex, what are the adjacent vertices? Those are called as fringe vertices. The edges are connecting the vertex or fringe vertices are shown with the dotted lines. In the previous figure, we are showing the fringe vertices are connected with dotted lines. Right. So step 3, select an edge connecting with the tree vertex and the fringe vertices that has the minimum weight. And add the selected edge and the vertex to the minimum spanning tree T. Since the edge connecting A and C has a less weight and as CT is tree, but now C is not a fringe vertex but a tree vertex. When we are selecting that particular edge, the corresponding vertex is converted as a tree vertex, not a fringe vertex. So add the fringe vertices that are adjacent to C also. In the first step, we are calculating the fringe vertices of A only. In the second step, we are adding the C also as a tree vertex. So in the next step, we are calculating the fringe vertices of A and C. Not only C, not only A. A and C fringe vertices we have to consider. And again repeat the same thing. So select an edge connecting with the tree vertex and the fringe vertices that has the minimum weight and add the selected edge and the vertex to the minimum spanning tree T. Again, calculating or find out the minimum cost edge in the dotted lines and add that particular vertex to minimal spanning tree. Since the edge connecting to the vertex B has less weight and B to the tree, now B is not a fringe vertex, but it is a tree vertex. Okay? So, repetitively do the same thing. Add a fringe vertex that are adjacent to B also. Right. So again, select an edge connecting with the tree vertex and the fringe vertices that are minimum weight. Add the selected edge to the vertex minimum spanning tree T. Since the edge connecting to B and D has a less weight, and now D is not a fringe vertex, converted into tree vertex. So repetitively do this process until we have to visit all the vertices in the graph. That is only until. So note, now node E is not connected, so we will add it in the, because of minimal spanning tree is only 1. in which all the nodes are connected with n-1 edges. So the Prince minimal spanning tree algorithm or Kruskal minimal spanning tree algorithm, just you have to choose n-1 edges out of the given edges. That is an objective, right? Okay, so minimum weight, so that the minimum spanning tree now given as like this, the below one, right? This is the algorithm. And summary, so here, first we have discussed about what is spanning tree. So the next we are discussing about minimal spanning tree. So what is the difference? Minimal spanning tree. What is the difference in between? What is the difference in between spanning tree and minimal spanning tree? Is only weights. So third one, applications of minimal spanning tree is discussed. Okay. Fourth one, given Prince algorithm. Prince algorithm. So in the Prince algorithm also we are each and every time we want to identify 3 vertices, the next fringe vertices, third one is unseen vertices. When all the vertices are becomes to 3 vertices, our objective is closed. So this is the Prince algorithm. In the next class we will discuss about Kruskal's algorithm. That is the second kind of approach. Thank you.